I want Bhagavad Gita to run parallelly with you or completely as the substratum in whatever you do in your personality also. It is to empower this kind of a fruition that we have been talking for all these 5 days, including today. I shall start the session now with an invocation as usual and chorus recitation of the auspicious monosyllable Omkara by all of you. First, the invocation. While chanting the Omkara, I would like you to interlock your fingers and put them on your lap. Sit comfortably erect. Close your eyes. Open the mouth and heart and chant. Recite. Our chorus recitation should permeate the whole globe, reaching the blessings to all the creatures upon the earth, which means in the oceans also. Harihi, Harihi. What is the slogan? Madhya Hridaya Kashe Madhya Hridaya Kashe Sadanandamayo Guruhu Udetu Satatam Samyak Ajnana Timiraruna. Harihi, Harihi Om Tats. Jaya Guru, Jaya Guru. Now here we go 3 times. Join me. Harihi. Harihi Om Tatsat. Jai Guru. Today we have to conclude our 5-day series. I have been talking on Bhagavad Gita. Ma also has been talking primarily on Bhagavad Gita. She was discussing the subject surrender and grace. I believe all of you must be from now on living and moving under the umbrella of grace, and developing more and more your sense of surrender and attunement. Whatever I am telling you is to enlighten and empower the whole process. Enlighten you and through that empower you. What is it that we have been discussing all these days? As I said, Krishna discusses the human personality. He also discusses the constitution of the complex universe. Then the only other factor to be discussed is the interaction between the two, which constitutes our life. Ever since you get up early in the morning, till you go to sleep and sleep, you are interacting with the world, including your body. This interaction takes place, as I said, in the sensory level. Our senses are only 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maximum you can say mind is the 6th sensory organ, that's all. Otherwise 5. These are the 5 which determine the entire extent, nature, characteristics, plights and fates of the world. This is a revelation for you. The world does not exist by itself. It has no power to. If the world is there, it is there before us. It is there in front of us. And in front of us, who or what makes the world? Our senses make the world. If you have no sensory organ, there will be no sensory object, including your own body. So our senses are the maker of the universe, the world. Will you understand this? Are you intelligent enough? Are you confident enough? Are you clear enough? Are you sincere enough to understand? We are not worried about a world which exists somewhere. We are worried about the world which we experience, we comprehend, we interact with. The experience of the world, the comprehension of the world, and the interaction with the world, all these, my dear souls, are taking place within our body in the sphere of the mind. Our life is experiential. It is equally interactional. The experiential life completely rests upon our inner mind. The interactions proceed from the mind, designed by the mind, proceed from the mind. They subsist on the mind. They also terminate and conclude in the mind. So where is the world besides the mind? Separate from the mind, besides you. You have to say, if you are confident and bold, I am the author of the universe. The entire creation rests on me, my mind, my mind, my mind. And the whole world, by virtue of the interactional life, can cause only sukha and dukkha. Sukha means happiness, dukkha means its opposite, unhappiness. There may be so many things, infinite variety in this world. The infinitely varietal world produces, so far as you are concerned, through the five sensations, only sukha and dukkha in the mind. These sukha dukkhas also are not produced by the senses or by the world. As sensations owe themselves completely to the senses, similarly sukha dukkhas owe themselves completely to the mind. Now you tell me, where is the world independent of you? The world is there only when you make it. When you wake up, you activate the body, activate the senses, and the senses begin to perceive the world. So what is the source of the world? Is it somewhere outside the world, another world has created this world? Or the whole world is created by you, the waker, in your wakefulness? The entire world vanishes in your sleep. After about 17 hours of having been awake, when we withdraw from the entire activity, our mind or our consciousness completely obliterates, wipes off the wakeful impressions, and we go to sleep. Who sleeps? We sleep. Who wakes up? Everyone wakes up. We wake up. As waking up is yours, and the world is our wakeful world, the wakeful world, the source of it is we, our wakefulness. And the source of wakefulness is the whole source of the universe. Will you understand and accept this? Do you have the straightforwardness, either the superb intelligence or at least humility and straightforwardness to accept it when I say, I am not speaking on my behalf. I am speaking on behalf of the entire hierarchy of knowers in the whole world who were born and who were present. Krishna, while talking to Arjuna, was quoting Tattvadarshis, people who were adepts in seeing the truths and principles of life. Similarly, I am representing the entire knowers, seers tradition. So it is not merely my word. Certainly the word has the authority of my own experience, confirmation. There is no doubt about it. I only speak what I experience. I only speak after processing the experience and making sure that it is truthful. So all throughout the interactions, you only have the two resultants called sukha dukkhas. And these two vanish when you go to sleep for about 7 or 8 hours. Tell me where from sukha dukkhas arise. I am going to show a PowerPoint today, which I hope will be able to explain the process better for you. So the resultant of all world interactions is only two, sukha or dukkha, each at a time. You don't have to create them, preserve them, perpetuate them. They are there inevitably as part of your interactions. So you are deluded if you think that I must have more happiness. You are equally deluded if you think I must have less of grief or no grief. Please do not be deluded in spite of having a masterly intelligence. Leave the sukha-dukkhas to themselves and mind your business. Tell them you come and go freely. I will remain where I am. And what is my position? My position is, as sage Ashtavakra emphasized before King Janaka, a great knower. Shall I tell you? Will you remember it? Listen. Ever since you wake up till you go to sleep, your position is a witness. Witness. The position of the witness is that of the subject, and the entire world, including your body, comes under the category of object. The entire life is an interaction between the subject and the object. The subject is only one, but objects and the objectude are infinite. So the infinite variety of the world, reduced to 5 sensations when they reach our senses, reduced to sukha and dukkha. Further, you will find you are only the witness of all this. When you are happy, you are the witness of your happiness. When you are unhappy, you are the witness of your unhappiness. You are the witness of all the objects in this world. Everything, you are the witness. Can the witness ever become the witnessed, the objects? Or vice versa? Can the witnessed ever become the witness? So you are the witness, my dear souls, of everything in your life in the way of experiences, interactions, and interactional outcomes. I am the witness. I am the witness of my bondage. If I were to be liberated, I will again be the witness of the liberated. Therefore, what is the real position? Leave all and remain as the witness. When you start remaining as the witness and the witness to vanishes, then you will not be even the witness. A transcendental expression will have to be coined and made to reveal it. Mind you, every time you are the witness. Witness of what? All the sensory objects, all the mental conditions, all the different emotions, different kinds of doubt, knowledge, memory, everything you are the witness of. And the witness never changes its position or his position. So what is your problem now? Remain the witness, understand that you are the witness. The self is the self, it never becomes the non-self. The Atma is the Atma, it never becomes the non-Atma. So what do you have to do? Nothing. Be free. Never seek happiness and never seek negation of grief. By the majesty, the power, the exalted nature of this vision, this attitude, you will find sukha and dukkha dwindle. They become weak, feebler, lighter. They become like shades. The shade of a tree or the shade of a building. Sukha and dukkha have no density. They are not material in character. They are supra-material. They are mental. Does the mind have a weight? Can there be anything gross inside the mind? So sukhas and dukkhas are illusory. By virtue of your ignorance, you add weight to them. You say everything is sukha, everything is dukkha. I am undone by them. I am undone. Nobody is undone. By the shade, a tree is not affected. By your shade, you are not affected. When you walk on the sun, there will always be a shade. By causing the shade, are you affected? And do you really cause the shade also? And what is a shade after all? Think about it. Somebody can walk over the shade. Will you be hurt? No. Similarly, you will never be hurt by any sukha or any dukkha. This is knowledge, mind you, spiritual wisdom, the wisdom of the self, the wisdom of the soul, the wisdom of the I in you. Now let us see the PowerPoint. Okay? Is it okay? Huh? Look at the board. Here is a man. Would you like to be yourself there? Then please stand there. And then look at, you have 5 sensory organs, 5. And each of them has got a specific range. You know what is the maximum range? Our eyes. They are the smallest sensory organ we have. But its range is infinitude. An eye specialist told me that when you place an object at an infinite distance, if it's a sizable object, our naked eye can see it. What does it mean? Such a small eye, it can see an object placed at infinite distance. What about the stars whose light you are seeing? Are they at short distances? They are at great distances, huge. How is it that our eyes are able to see? And the power that made your eye and your body, how much infinitely superior that power should be to the eyes which have infinite power of perception? My dear souls, have you ever spent a minute to think like that? You are calculating about everything else. Your money, your deposit, your children, your future, your plans. But sitting in a place, have you ever thought, where from did my eyes get so much of power to perceive distant objects? Do you have any kind of a regard or evaluation about your own mind, your own intelligence, not to speak of the soul? Every day spend some time. I would like you to spend at least 20 to 25 minutes if you can. And simply think about, is the seer greater or the seen things of the world greater? I am seeing a huge mountain without going there. Somebody is walking near it. I can see from here. When he places his foot for the first time at the foot of the mountain, I can from here say, now he has placed. Tell me the magic of it. I have not gone there. The mountain has not come to me, but I am able to see it very clearly. And where is the seeing process taking place? Not in the eye at all, but inside the body. The seeing process is inside. So the seer is inside. Other than inside, is there anything in this world ever since you wake up till you go to sleep? Everything is inner. This is what I want you to take home today when you go. The whole life is experiential. And the experiential life is centered in the mind, within the body. Mind is not a part of the body. Mind is associated with the body. Body is matter and energy, they are aggregate. Mind is entirely different. And that is associated with the body, that's all. So understand. So, 5 senses. The eye has got the maximum range. Thereafter we come to the ears. I am not able to see very well. Here, sound. And then the next will be smell. The still next will be touch and then taste. These are the 5 sensations the world can produce for you, not because of the world's merit, but because of the merit and power of the senses you have. Understand it. So the world is, from my side, sensations and sensations alone. And they are altogether 5. I am the maker. I am the master. I am the originator. I am the sustainer. I am the preserver of these sensations. Where is the world coming in here? Your senses perceive the world. Your brain interprets the images and the impressions, the pulses gained by the senses. Where is any other factor coming here? We are living in a scientific world, technological world. Even the child knows much more of science. When I was studying, we were not told so much. Now the lessons have advanced, the intelligence level also has increased. So you cannot escape these facts which I am presenting now to you. So senses. Now these 5 sensations fall inside you, maybe in the brain. I am not concerned about it. So the 5 sensations, the entire varietal, infinitely varietal world, I would like to call it the phenomenal variety. Phenomenal variety. The external world is considered to be a phenomenal world, and there is variety there. The phenomenal variety just becomes 5 because of the merit of the 5 senses I have. If I had 10 more senses, it would have been 15 expressions, categories in the world. So these 5 sensations trickle down to the mind. When they trickle down to the mind, they become happiness, unhappiness, one at a time. It is not because of the merit of the senses or merit of the objects of the world, but it is because of the merit of the very mind that is employing the senses. So it becomes happiness and unhappiness. Is it the finale of it? No. At the end of the day, you go to sleep. When you go to sleep, the varietal world, reduced into 5 in the sensory level, reduced further into 2 in the mental level, both of them disappear, and you have a safe, comfortable, and refreshing slumber. Where is the phenomenal variety gone now? The same person who was perceiving the phenomenal variety through 5 senses for 17 hours of the day suddenly leaves all of it and goes to sleep, completely coiled up within, not conscious of his body, of his mind, of his intelligence, of his ego, not to speak of the world. And he does it all by himself. He did not ask any help from the world, any help from the senses, any help from the mind also. He just goes into sleep. Now, the sukha and dukkha, they have also been merged here, dissolved here. Tell me now, what is your power here? It is capable of dissolving. I don't know what I should do to make you understand this. What shall I do? Shall I stand up and talk? I want you to understand this. The presence inside the body, which activates the body, employs the body, activates the senses, that inner presence, it is not something material or energial. Therefore, we call it a spiritual presence. That spiritual presence, by virtue of its own sovereign intrinsic merit, gave expression to the mind, activated the senses, went on interacting with the world, deriving 5 sensations, not all of them at the same time, which were reduced into 2 in the mind level. Now it has dissolved or wiped off the 2 also, and it remains coiled up in its own beautiful slumber. What is my power now? I have got the sovereign power to obliterate the entire world and remain within me, untouched by it, unprovoked by it, unacted upon by it. So many people may be around me, wakeful and active. When I am sleeping, nothing of it affects me. And in the morning, what happens? From here, the waking up starts. It is not the body that wakes up. It is the mind that wakes up. And even the mind is awakened by the sovereign self that is within you. So what is this? Look at here. See? The whole world is an extension from here. I can include all of you also. The world is an expression and extension from you, the individual. The whole activity is from one's own within. Its conclusion, termination also is in one's own within. Interactions proceed from us, subsist on us, proceed from the mind, subsist on the mind, terminate or conclude in the mind. What do you think of you now? You have the power to generate sukha-dukkhas. You have the power to dissolve them. You have the power to activate the five senses and generate the five sensations. You also have the power to sublimate them, completely dissolve them. Now the inside, this is called the noumenal oneness. Here it is mental twins. Here it is sensory five. In the bodily level, sensory five. In the inner level, mental two. And still further beyond, it is one. So I call it noumenal oneness, transcendence. It transcends everything, the world, the senses, the mind, the intelligence, the ego. And here it is phenomenal variety. I want you to think and let me know, do you understand that you are the subject of the object world? You are the witnessing subject of the object world. Even when you slept, you did not lose your witnesshood. You are still the witness. You wake up from the sleep and then you alone say, I slept. Nobody else says that he has slept. I slept. I knew nothing. So I was the knower of nothingness in sleep, and I am the knower of everythingness or manyness in the wakeful world. My dear souls, what do you want? This is what Bhagavad Gita pointed out to Arjuna, saying, Natvevaham jadunasam, natvam neme janadhipaha, nachaiva na bhavishyamaha, sarve vayamatah param. There was no time, Arjuna, when I was not, you were not, Bhishma, Drona and the others were not, and there is not going to be a time when we shall not be. We are eternal, ever present, everlasting, ever enduring, and the world is ephemeral, evanescent, fleeting, transitory. Let the transitorness be. Let the eternality shine. The transitorness is actually an expression of eternality, which it reveals. If you are constantly sleeping, you would not have known about you. You must be wakeful and sukha-dukkhas should be had. Then only you will be able to know it. Understand this very well. A question was raised, can we extend this samatva? As the other day somebody asked, samatva is a formula for being active in this world. For idleness, we don't want any philosophy at all. This world is a karmic world, an active world. Nobody can remain non-active in this world. I have explained it many times. So, the samatva formula, equanimity formula, its practice is for being active in this world. So, don't raise the question inactive. You mean to say samatva should be applied by the policeman and he should not catch hold of any criminals at all? You have to pay taxes. I will adopt samatva. Paying or not paying is equal. Therefore, I am not paying. Can you say that? What are you trying to say and understand? We are evolving a formula to handle the mind, enrich the mind, strengthen the mind so that our activity will be light-hearted for us. There will be no tension. There will be no stress and strain. We want to be very free, flexible, assimilative. So the samatva is for that purpose. Niyatam kuru karmatvam karma jyayohya karmanaha sharira yatra pijate na prasidhyeda karmanaha. Krishna tells Arjuna that you should always be doing whatever is expected to be done, either for your sake, your family's sake, your country's sake, or anything. Always be doing it. Sharira yatra pijate na prasidhyeda karmanaha. Your body itself will not have the power to live if you remain inactive. So samatva is a formula for people who work to deal with the outcome and make sure that they are prepared to receive any kind of an objective outcome. So the subjective part called desired, undesired and mixture, these three alone lose their gravity and influence in the mind. I don't think I have to explain it further. Gita asks you only to begin the spiritual journey. It does not tell you that you complete. It is not saying that. But Arjuna, just like all of you are having doubt, he had a doubt. If contemplative life, realizing the self is all superior and great, why are you asking me to fight this bloody war, this notorious war? Jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhir janardana tatkim karmani ghore mam niyojayasi keshava. This was the question he raised in the 3rd chapter after listening to the exposition of the blissful self from Krishna. So this was his doubt. Similarly, you are also raising so many doubts. I am not surprised. But understand that even when you are raising doubts, you are the witness of the doubts, witness of even the answer. One person has asked a question. If all the desires are to be left, should not the desire for liberation and self-knowledge also should be left? Why are you doubtful? Why are you doubtful? Listen to what sage Vasishtha was telling Rama. Bandho hi vasana bandho mokshasyat vasana kshaya vasanam tvam parityajya moksharthitvam abhityaja. My dear Rama, the entire bondage is wrought by desires. So leave all desires. When all desires have gone, when all desires have gone, leave the desire for liberation also, he says. This is India. This is Hinduism. This is our great perennial philosophy. We have no qualms in uttering the truth, perceiving the truth, in disseminating the truth. Yes, all desires have to be left. To become a sthita prajna, prajahadi yada kaman sarvan parthamanogadan. Leave all desires, even for getting sthita prajnata or moksha. When all are left, then only you can enjoy the contentment and the delight of the self. So everything has to be left, my dear souls. I will make you leave everything, provided you come with me and listen to me. I will make you a totally desire-free person. Now I come to the promises of Bhagavad Gita, as I told you. What is the promise of Bhagavad Gita? The first one is Neha bhikramanashosti pratyavayo na vidyade swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. This is verse number 40 from the 2nd chapter. All the activities, secular activities, have got a twofold danger. What is that? Abhikramanashaha and pratyavayaha. The word abhikramanasha means loss of effort, particularly visible in agriculture. The farmers will be growing a particular crop. Maybe they sow the seeds sprout, everything comes off well. At one point of time, suddenly pests come, they could not control. Or it rains too much and floods, or there is a drought. Even irrigational measures are not able to be sustained. So it's a big loss of effort. There are instances where paddy growers, they have set fire to the paddy stems because they did not have a crop. So it is always there. And pratyavaya means adverse result. That is very much there in medicine, in the medicinal world. A wrong injection can sometimes kill a person. I am not going into details. There are some medicinal sayings which can be confused very easily. So some doctors say, I write very legibly. Very legibly. Barium sulfate and barium sulfide. I think if I am not correct, they are like that. So, by mistake, cocaine, procaine, etc., some wrong injections can be given. So, these two defects are not there in Karma Yoga, he says. Swalpamapya asya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Even if a small measure of practice of this Karma Yoga you do, introduce the Yoga Buddhi, instill it while performing karma, you will find you are saved from the huge fear of life and world. This is the benefit of Karma Yoga. Partha naiveha namutra vinashastasya vidyate Nahi kalyana krit kaschit durgadim tata gachadi. My dear souls, as parents, you should teach this verse to your children. My dear boy, you are born of me. I am the father, I am the mother. But actually, your protection lies within your own hearts. Have this faith, have this assurance. This is an assurance that has come to us through Krishna, through Bhagavad Gita. Partha naiveha namutra vinashastasya vidyate. There is no destruction or loss for that person, either here or hereafter, for whom nahi kalyana krit kaschit. Anybody who means to do good, anybody who means to do good, you need not even do good, at least mean to do good. Kalyana means what? Auspicious. Whatever auspicious you propose to do, try to do good. The Malaysia people told you about a new center and it has become suddenly a reality. In 2019 they thought, 2020 they bought, etc. How? It is because of this law. Just like physical, chemical, biophysical, biochemical, biological laws are there. In the bodily and sensory level. When you go into the mind and intellectual level, there psychic laws are operating. And this is a psychic law. Anybody who tries to do good or means to do good, he will never attain an adverse plight. Abhichet suduracharo bhajate ma mananya bhak sadhureva samantavya samyak vyavasito hi saha kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvachantim nigachadi kaunteya pradijanihi name bhakta pranashyadi. Please write it on the wall of your house. Name bhakta pranashyadi. The devotee of the Lord never perishes. Never perishes. He will never get destroyed because of the merit, majesty, and the superb power of devotion. Partha naiveha namutra. Either here or elsewhere, he has got destruction. Abhijet suduracharo bhajade mam ananya bhak. Maybe a man who is very immoral, unethical, widely so. Even if such a man, suppose he decides to worship me exclusively, because of the decision which he has made, sadhureva samantavya, he has to be considered as a very noble person. Samyak vyavasito hi saha. Because he has made the right decision, with virtuous and noble people are not able to and they don't care to. So he is better. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma. Very soon he becomes a dharmatma, a righteous soul. Shashvachantim nigachadi. He attains perennial, perpetual peace and beatitude. He was a durachari, mind you, a very wicked man. But by his resolve, all the wickedness simply, just like darkness before the light, vanished and he became virtuous. Tapasvibhyo dhigyo yogi, jnanibhyo bimatodhikaha, karmibhyascha yogi, tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. There are so many different paths. The path of ritualism is very, very strong. He says, the yogi, which yogi? Not the pranayama or the asana yogi. The samatva buddhi yoga which he has presented in this Bhagavad Gita, he who practices it, that kind of a spiritual yogi, tapasvibhyo dhigo. There are many people given to hard austerities. They live in forests even, hermitages even. This man is greater than them. Jnanibhyo bimatodhikaha. He is greater than many scholars and people given to jnanabhyasa. Karmibhyascha yogi. He is superior to the people who are given to a lot of involvement and socially beneficial acts even. Tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. Therefore, Arjuna, become a yogi. This is my call for you. I want you to become yogi. by the time I stop my talk and you will get up, will you have the resolution that I am a yogi? Then I shall be very happy. Sukha dukhe same krutva labha labhau jaya jayau tato yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papam avapsyasi. Arjuna was very much afraid of sin. He was afraid of many things. He says that only this moderation, this equanimity I want you to adopt. Equanimity towards what? Sukha dukhe, towards sukha and dukkha. Labha labhu, gain and loss. Jaya jayav, victory and defeat. Let the mind be even. Let the mind be harmonious. Let the mind be equanimous. In that equanimity, naivam papam avapsyasi. There is no place for sin at all. So the way to overcome sin, transcend sin, is to adopt this kind of an equanimous approach for everything. Buddhi yukto jahatiha ubhe sukrita dushkrite tasmat yogaya yujyasva yoga karmasu kaushalam. Anybody who absorbs this instruction, who will absorb the intelligence, and that intelligence will become united to whatever it has understood. That buddhi yoga, that buddhi yuktada, jahatiha ubhe sukrita dushkrite. He will not be interested in virtue or vice. He transcends virtue, he transcends vice also. Virtue becomes redundant for him. Vice becomes nothing for him. Tasmad yogaya yujyasva. Such a beautiful, elevating yoga. Try for that, Arjuna. Yoga karma sukha vishalam. This yoga is actually dexterity in pursuing actions and interactions. This is what takes away fear, removes all mento-intellectual shackles from you, and you are able to plunge yourself into any depth of activity, any kind of an activity, irrespective of what it is meant to gain. Yada pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam swakarmanatam abhyarchya siddhim vindati manavaha. Forget about all other considerations, even the soul, if you are not able to understand it. Remember this. Yataha pravrittihi bhutanam. There is a source for the entire creation. That source from where the whole creation has sprung, and that is permeating everywhere. It is not that it remains the source, it also pervades everywhere. Swakarmanatam abhyarchya. Worship that by virtue of all your activities. Wait for selecting a special puja to be performed for a particular deity. Transform all your actions into one of worship. And to whom? That source from which the whole universe has sprung. And that source which is pervading everywhere, that universally permeating thing, where can you worship it? Suppose you pluck the flower, it is inside the flower also. Suppose you place it here at the feet, what about the head? Can you throw a flower for the omnipresence? Is it possible? So the only way is mentally offer, dedicate all your activities that you are performing. All the activities. Siddhim vindati manavaha. Such a person attains spiritual perfection. Sarvakarmanya abhisada kurvano madvyapashrayaha mat prasadat avapnodi shashvatam padamavyayam. Sarvakarmanya abhisada kurvano. You are already doing all kinds of work. You are already doing. You don't have to do specially in the name of devotion or God. Whatever you are already doing, what should you do? Madvyapashrayaha. Understand that the whole world is seated on God. I am a part of the world. If the whole world is seated on God, where am I seated? I am also seated in God. Everything depends upon God. Rest on God. Understand the total restfulness of the entire creation on God. Understanding and remembering this, carry on. Don't worry about whether it is right or wrong. Any action that comes to be done, do it. Do it straightforward. in a very innocent manner. In that straightforwardness, you will find all the correction, improvement, enrichment, elevation, everything will take place there. Mat prasadadavapnodi shashvatam padamavyam. Then by virtue of my blessing, you will find, you will attain perpetual peace. Perpetual peace. What do you have to become? Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam te pradijane priyosime. Earlier Krishna asked Pradijan, Kaunteya pradijanihi name bhakta pranashyadi. Go and tell everybody, swear before them that the devotee of the Lord never perishes. Here he makes the swearing himself. Manmana bhava. Let your mind constantly and repeatedly think about God. Mad bhaktaha, become a devotee. Madhyaji, whatever you do, let it be a sacrifice for me. Mam namaskuru, be humble, register your humility before me. Mame vaishyasi satyam te. In that case, you will attain me. This is true. Pradijane priyosime. You are very dear to me, Arjuna. Therefore, I swear, I do a pratijna for this. Ishvara sarva bhutanam khrudeshe arjuna tishtadi brahmayan sarva bhutani yantra rudhani mayaya tameva sharanam gacha sarva bhavena bharata tat prasadat avapnodi shashvatam padamavyayam. Tat prasadat param shantim sthanam prapsyasi shashvatam. Listen to very carefully. Every one of you is a believer in God, but you poorly know about God. Where is that God? Nobody knows. You will search Him everywhere in this world, only to miss Him fully. Search Him where He is available. So Krishna says, Ishvara sarvabhutanam hrideshe arjuna tishtadi. God is seated in the heart of all creatures. Brahmayan sarvabhutani. The automobile wheel is moving. Is it moved from the circumference or is it moved from the center, from the pivot? So Gita, Ishvara, Lord is seated in the heart of everyone. And then he goes on revolving them, revolving the senses, revolving the mind, revolving the intelligence, etc. Understanding that he is seated closer to you than even your own body and heart. Tameva sharanam gacha sarva bhavena bharata. Seek refuge under him by all your attitudes, feelings, emotions and whatnot. Make no reservation. So far we were speaking about control, moderation, etc. Leave all those concepts. Make use of all that springs from your mind and intelligence and offer them, dedicate them to the very source of it. God will be in trouble. If you get angry and you say, my dear God, you have put me to anger. I don't find anybody to offer this anger to. I offer it to you. Say that. Say that. Feel it. Feel it. Heroically, confidently, wholesomely. And you will find a great magic worked. Tat prasadat param shantim sthanam prapsyasi shashvatam. He comes to the final statement. Final statement. Sarvadharman parityajya Mam egam sharanam vraja aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami mashvitaha. My dear Arjuna, you are afraid of the consequences of this war where 4.5 million warriors are assembled. Don't worry about it. Let it be 1,000 million or trillion, it does not matter. Sarva dharman parityajya. In the name of dharma, the mind is breeding a number of items, plural influences are there. Let all the plurality that influence your mind, plural concepts be left. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. Install in their place only one idea, one comprehensive presence in the nature of the self or God. So leave the many idea and foster and install the one idea. If you are able to do it for the one from itself, there is no danger, there is no sin, there is no fear. Everything becomes the one and you become that. So where is the trouble then? Aham tva sarvapabebhyo mokshayishyami ma shujaha. In this process, I will liberate you from all kinds of shackles, fear and whatnot. Ma shujaha. Do not grieve. Arjuna started grieving. Ask Krishna to remove the grief. Imagine how beautifully, comfortably he consoles him. Ma shujaha. My dear son, don't grieve at all. Remember me, the one. Think only of one. Not many, not many, not many. Now we have held a 5-day session and I have been talking on Bhagavad Gita because I want all of you to take up the study of Gita. I want to give you a beautiful golden spiritual armor, and that is Bhagavad Gita. Adhyeshyate chayamam dharmyam samvadam avayoho jnana yajnena tenaham ishtasyam iti me matihi. Whoever reads this dialogue, my dear Arjuna, this is a dialogue, dharmyam. This is the most moral, ethical, philosophical, spiritual and yogic dialogue. This dialogue, whoever learns, whoever studies, whoever reflects upon, whoever remembers, whoever propagates it if he can, Jnana yajnena tenaham ishtasyam iti me madihi. What he is doing is equal to and more than an Ashwamedha Mahayajna, Mahayaga, the greatest prescribed in our Vedic literature. This Jnana Yajna, where the studied material is actually the material that is offered. Suppose you study it, the eyes see the words or the ears hear the words. These are materials offered into your own souls. So it becomes a Jnana Yajna, and what you get is knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. So the knowledge producing dialogue, if you are able to read it, understand it and pursue it, Thenaham ishtasyam iti me madihi. You become extremely dear to me, dear to me, dear to me. Every one of you has become dear to Krishna by having attended this 5-day session. Now live in the same spirit, in the same fervor, in the same dedication. Then always you will be dear to Krishna. And what finally? Sanjaya has something to say. The whole Bhagavad Gita is narrated by Sanjaya to Dhritarashtra, the blind king. We get it from Sanjaya, his words. And Sanjaya puts his own stamp. I have heard the whole conversation standing close by. I have seen the Vishwarupa also, which Arjuna saw. I also saw. I also saw. I heard everything. All that I can tell you, my dear king, respected king, it is this. It's a message for the whole world. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha, Tatra Shrir Vijayo Bhudir, Dhruva Nitir Madir Mama. Where that Yogeshwara Krishna is there. What is meant by Yogeshwara? The one who knows the secret of this yoga. Secret of all that I have told you now. Who will be able to give you the right insight, the right inspiration, the right instigation if necessary. Wherever you have confrontation, trouble, puzzle or enigma, who will be able to give you the necessary clarity and insight. And not sufficient. Dhanurdhara Parthaha. Arjuna wielding his bow and arrow, ready to use, listening to Krishna. When these two are there alone, Shri, prosperity, Vijayaha, victory, All-fold goodness and brilliance, dhruva nidhi, stern, proper behavior, the rule of law, everything will be there. Justice will be there. All these are our worldly requirements, secular requirements. We want prosperity. We want auspiciousness. We want victory. We want firmness, even in rule, behavior, law, etc. And justice. Our courts also must be able to dispense with good justice. Others will listen to, will heed it also. That kind of a beautiful, harmonious, integrated, homogeneous situation will be had only when the two couple themselves. The knowledge representative Krishna and the action representative Arjuna. Even for the corona, these are the formulae for us. Everywhere. I have told you these are the promises of Bhagavad Gita. I had to be a little fast, so I have covered all the points so that you can have something when you go. What shall I say? I have to answer one or two questions as usual. Today also I shall answer them. Let us see the questions, what they are.
Thank you, Swamiji. Our first question is from Anand Iyer, who is a chartered accountant in Bangalore, India. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. I have been an avid listener of Shri Guruji's discourses. Yesterday, you explained that Ma Paleshu Kadachana was meant by Shri Krishna in the context of not getting clung or glued to the outcome or result of one's actions. In another verse, Karma phala tyagaha tyagat shantihi anantaram. Here it seems we are asked to forego the fruits of karma. Can you please explain this apparent dichotomy, if at all it is one? My humble pronouns.
Ananta Iyer, I am happy that you have raised this question. There is no dichotomy at all. The world consists of all contradictions, many contradictions. But Krishna does not speak of any contradiction. He discusses, resolves, and dissolves them. Now listen to what he has said. The Tyaga is the subject, is the message of Bhagavad Gita. Hey. But Tyaga of what? Is a question. Our body cannot be left. As long as the body is there, activity is inevitable. And every activity is meant to produce a certain outcome. So the activity and its outcome, they go together. None of these things can be renounced. Then what can be renounced there? In the 18th chapter he says, Nahi dehabhrata shakyam tyaktum karmanya sheshadaha. It is impossible to renounce actions. Then what can be renounced? Yastu karma phalatyagi satyagi tyabhidiyade. Whoever is able to renounce that phala, that person is a tyagi. And what is the phala that Krishna is referring to? Never, never, never the objective results. The objective results are inseparable from the pursuit of karma. Any karma is a means to achieve an end. When the karma is undergone and completed, the outcome also will be inevitably there. It's only a question, it's something like a series. You must have seen a conveyor belt in an assembly unit. I once happened to see telco unit where locomotives are made. It's a conveyor belt. Initially they start putting the chassis and it goes on moving. At the end of it, it is a truck. And the truck also doesn't stay there. It is immediately taken to the test track. Then it goes to the stock. So where is that result to be separate from the action? An action completed becomes the result. So the objective results of the actions and the actions themselves, they are inseparable. There is no question of renouncing them at all. Then what will be renounced? He says, Anishtam, Ishtam, Mishram cha, Trividham Karmana Phalam. All objective results bring about in our mind a desired outcome undesired outcome, and a combinational outcome. These are the three possibilities so far as the mind's response to the fruition of activity is concerned. Now, entertain no feeling like desired, undesired, or combinational. Your work has completely produced the effect, or maybe some lack is there. Try to identify it and set it right. Where is the question of desired and undesired there? Mistakes are always possible. We slip and fall sometimes. Sometimes our finger rubs the eyeball. All these are possible in life, but accidents are rare. Incidents are far more. So there is no contradiction at all. The objective result is never discussed in Bhagavad Gita. If it is discussed, then Bhagavad Gita will be useless. As I told you the other day, a woman has delivered a child with a lot of expectation. The child has to be abandoned, given to somebody else. The salary you get from your office, it has to be handed over back or to somebody else. A child who has passed in the examination, he should spoil and tear away the certificate. What is meant by objective result and abandoning it? It is impossible. That is never the scheme. Thinking of the results, our mind gets agitated. Why? Whether I will get the outcome or not. This thought has no relevance. You complete the work properly, automatically the outcome will come. Nobody can prevent the outcome. If there is a mistake, to that extent the outcome will be defective and incomplete. Try to set it right, it will be all right. There are many instances our work has gone wrong. We have redone it and achieved the same beautiful outcome. So there is nothing wrong in it at all. No dichotomy is there. Till we understand, it appears to be contradictory. Conflicts and contradictions are full in the world. And Bhagavad Gita gives you a formula to resolve and dissolve them. My Gurudev used to say, there is a point where contradictions meet. Now I add to that sentence, and dissolve. There is a point in your own heart and mind within your being where contradictions meet and dissolve. That is what Bhagavad Gita discusses. It does not try to do anything with the contradictions or things allied to it. But it makes you harmonious with these things. What is the next question?
The next question, Swamiji. Respected, this is from UL Mehta from Vaishali district, Ghaziabad, Swamiji. Respected Puja Swamiji, Jai Guru. Humble pranams at your lotus feet. Thank you very much for your kind, enlightening, and valuable lectures on Bhagavad Gita. I request you to kindly guide us on the following. How to progress and expand our thinking and understanding from I am pure consciousness, which reveals my perceptions of the whole universe, to I am the singular pure consciousness, which reveals the whole universe and is the substratum of all. With respects and humble pranams.
I think I have already answered this question in the beginning. Maybe I did not have this question in mind, I did not know. I will repeat it again. My dear Mehta, Vaishali, Mehta, please listen to me, others also very carefully. See, our life is interactional. I don't know of you. Our life is interactional. In the interactional life, you are the interacting subject. And the entire world, including your body, mind, intelligence, and ego, they are the interacted with objects. Tell me very clearly, with your primary class brain, I see an object here. I am seeing with my eyes. The object is held in my hand. When I am looking at the object, is it not an object for my eyes to see? Now here, who is the seer or what is the seer? My eye is the seer. And the object held in my hand is the seen or visible. Seen or visible. The entire world is an object which I experience as the witness subject. Tell me at any point of time, by any extent of seeing and interaction, the subject will change its position and identity. The subject will remain the subject, and the objects will remain the objects. They cannot become the subject, nor the subject can become the object. I am seeing a mustard. I am seeing a pin. I see an arecanut. I see a coconut. I see a jackfruit. I see a mountain. I see the sky. All these are objects to me. I am the witness. Even when I suffer, I am the witness to my suffering. I am the witness to my bondage. I am the witness to liberation. If there is a liberation, I get. Does the witness ever become the witnessed? Witnessed, SSED. Can the reverse happen? So, my dear Mehta, it is a question of understanding this fact, seeing this fact, go on reflecting upon it. That is called manana. Until the idea becomes clear and you become one with the idea. Yes, I am the witness. If I am the witness for everything in this world in my life, I shall only be the witness. The witness cannot do anything. I remain the witness of everything. Witness of my sight, witness of my thought, witness of my memory, witness of my knowledge, witness of my forgetfulness, witness of my sleep, my wakefulness, my dream. When you are the witness, I don't think anything else is required, my dear souls. What is the wonder there? When the eyes see something and this is a box. Is it not a final verdict? In the same manner, when the intelligence understands a proposition, that is the ultimate of it. I am the witness. Swamiji, this does not stick to me. Think further. Think further. Initially spend 50 hours of your mind on this subject. 50 mind hours. If it is not sufficient, increase it to 100 mind hours. This is called sadhana. Why did we take up sannyasa? Because if we remained as we were, we would not get enough time. There will not be full resoluteness in the whole matter. That is why we devoted the whole life to the pursuit and promotion of this knowledge. Similarly, my dear souls, spend enough time. For the time being, our Harvard University said, out of the 1020 minutes of wakefulness, at least 20 minutes you spend on meditation. I would like to say, add what? 35 to 40 minutes you should read every day spiritual literature. Especially literature like Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, etc. Start reading Bhagavad Gita. 40 minutes you should read, then only go to bed. 20 minutes you should close your eyes and observe your mind and mind processes, if not full meditation, for which you should be initiated properly by a seer, guru. Why don't you do it? And then talk to me. Do it for 2 months and then get in touch with me. Let me see where we are. Everybody is asking, what shall I do? Do this. 40 minutes you spend time to read spiritual literature and live in that company, reflect upon it. 20 minutes you close your eyes and sit and then observe your inside. Enter into the mental arena and see how the thought processes arise there. Witness every bit of it. Never get involved. Don't follow it. Only observe it for 20 minutes. Then get up. 20 minutes inner observation, 40 minutes spiritual reading, 1 hour you give to me from day, and let me see where we stand. Okay, I wish you well.
Thank you, Swamiji, for a stunning finale to this Jnana Yajna program and the 5-day discourse. I think after this, every one of us will be extremely inspired to make Bhagavad Gita our best friend and our guide in every life situation. Swamiji, would you like to conclude for the discourse first before we proceed to the concluding session, or should we save that till the later part, Swamiji?
Huh? I shall conclude it. I said, I don't know whether you heard it. 20 minutes on inner observation and 40 minutes on reading. Very good spiritual literature. 1 hour from the day you give to me, and let us see after 2 months where you stand and I would be able to stand. Samvedya varjitam anuttamameghamadyam samvidpadam vikalanam kalanavihi kalayan mahatman hridyeva tishtha kalanarahita kriyam tu kurvan akartrapadametya samodidashri kurvan akartrapadametya samodidashri. Hari, Hari, Hari. We shall have the conclusional Omkara. Take your pose for it by interlocking your fingers and putting them on the lap, closing the eyes, sitting erect, opening the mouth and heart and joining. I want this chorus recitation to permeate the whole globe, giving benedictions to all creatures upon the earth and in the sea. Hari Om Das. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru.